this is one of the weirdest cars here. One of the weirdest cars I think I've ever seen, but really an amazing piece of engineering. This is a 52 Plymouth?
Yes.
It sure don't look like a 52.
No.
I guess it kind of does here.
Yeah.
But that's where it ends. You built all this, eh?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And you also used the original frame, is that right?
Yeah, the frame has not been cut at all. It's a stock wheelbase, but I just shortened the cab area about 18 inches out of the hood and front clip. Scooted the cab forward like a cab forward design to give me the stumpy front end, and then added the 18 inches about in here.
So this section here, where I see the seams.
Yeah, roughly is what came out of here.
No kidding. Yeah. Now, was that the metal from here, or did you you made this?
I made this, yes. Because the metal out of here had too much of an angle to it, so all of this is fresh.
Started with flat steel, English wheel?
Yes.
No
and
kidding.
some knee bending. Yeah.
You left a split windshield.
I love mechanical looks, and split windshield definitely has a mechanical look to it.
Well, you don't see many 52 Plymouths anyway.
No, no.
And this, I'm assuming, was not a pristine 52
no,
when you started.
It was a $150 car with a title, and the bottom end was pretty rusty, and I ended up cutting it all out anyways. When I sectioned the body, it got rid of all of it.
So this has also been sectioned?
Yes.
How much?
About 6 inches in the doors, and between 3 and 5 in the top, and it tapers to the rear, so it's sectioned more in the rear than the front.
And you've chopped it too, right?
Yeah, I want it to look almost like a bullet, so it's thicker in the front and tapers to the back.
Yeah, because you can even see it in your windows.
Yeah.
Or I guess these slots where windows would be.
Yeah.
So how about the suspension? What did you do up here?
Yeah, it's a Mustang 2 style front suspension, tubular suspension like you can find in catalogs and sort of thing. But I had to cut it and build it to fit this frame. But other than that, the wheelbase is the stock wheelbase.
Of course, how do you miss?
Yeah.
The insane placement of the engine. This is a mid-engine car. You got a full cage.
Yeah.
And, all the race gears.
Well, I wanted this to be for show and fun, creativity, and a real purpose-built drag car, so I can do everything with it, So the roll cage has to be a legal roll cage.
Yeah.
The seats, you got the belts.
Right.
Window nets, and I've been to the drag strip quite a few times, and they were scared at first. They didn't know what to think. And they're just like, please just take it easy. I'm like, I don't know which way it's going either, left, right, or up and down. It worked out. My first pass was pretty good, and I was hooked after that.
Man.
This thing rides so good down the...
Well, is it street legal?
It is. It is.
So, you can drive this thing.
I can. I drove it down here from Santa Maria. And
How far is that?
About 40 minutes.
Holy cow.
And I've driven a couple 100 miles other times, and it's really loud. I have to wear earplugs to drive it. That's the only drawback, well, not really a drawback, but the only headache, but it really handles and drives really solid. It really does.
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this engine. I mean, this is a crazy setup, mid-engine. Yeah. First of all, a really big engine. What are you running?
It's a 440 Mopar. This is all still Mopar drivetrain, but it is now a 520 cubic inch. I just finished building it a few days ago.
What's the carburetor setup?
They're old Predator carburetors that were big.
They really are.
They really are. They were big in the 70s and 80s, mainly with monster trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
Their claim to fame is with power adder applications. They're a variable venturi design. They flow about 1900 CFM.
Holy cow.
The throttle response is crazy with them. I love them. And they add to the whole idea of the car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then what's your blower?
It's a 871 Dyer's blower.
Oh. Back here, your transmission setup and all that. What's the transmission on?
The transmission is still a Chrysler 727.
Yeah.
But it's a shorty out of a Winnebago with a 2-piece drive shaft, which was kind of what did it for me because I'm out of room back here.
Yeah.
And trying to find a suspension to house all this would be very expensive. So that worked out for me with a fixed yoke. And so I have a slip yoke in the drive shafts instead.
So you come back here to a quick change, basically?
I had a V-drive built for this application, similar to what they use in trophy trucks. So it's not actually out of a boat. It's all splined and hardened. And then the differential is an 8 3/4 Chrysler built and flipped upside down to run backwards. The gears run in the same direction, but it's just upside down. So this forms as an in and out box back to the diff. And I had to pull it way over to the side, as you can see.
Yeah.
And some axle companies could not get the concept. They're like, I don't understand. Why is one so small? But I finally found one that knew right away. They're like, oh yeah, no problem. So trying to find a blank to cut an axle, 35 inches long was hard to find.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. I mean, this is a magnificent piece of engineering. So how do you get the engine out?
On my cherry picker, I rigged an arm with an angle on it. So what we can do is I flip it this way, and I can grab everything out of the top and pull it off the top, the supercharger and everything. And then I flip the arm the other way, and it'll come in up under the door.
Yeah.
I pull this leg out completely and hook the engine in, and it'll pull right out through the door.
No kidding.
It takes a couple minutes to pull it out. It doesn't take that long at all.
And that's something you just came up with.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a mechanic by trade for the last 20-something years, and I've learned some of the engineering mistakes of trying to work on cars when you can't get in there. So I tried to lend it to be user-friendly, or repair-friendly.
So you got a suicide door car here, basically,
Yeah.
right? Without a pillar.
And I've always wanted that. I had another car similar to this, but I couldn't do this idea with it. So I was able to do that with this. Take the post out, the doors open with no post at all.
My
And,
gosh. Do you have to fab the doors?
The frames and the door skins are all handmade. They're made with a 20 gauge steel. Usually it's 18.
Yeah.
So they are lighter, lightweight. A lot of these parts are. So this car comes in the 3,200 pound range. It's lighter than it looks.
What do you run a quarter in?
Low 10s on the old engine, and this one should be, I'm hoping, easy 9s on pump gas.
At what kind of speed?
Probably 130 range.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
a little more maybe.
I mean, this is brilliant. It's
Thank you.
crazy. Again, I don't do many of these.
No.
But this is really, really an interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
we got a
it
block.
locks.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's a
Yeah.
good idea too.
Yeah.
It doesn't fire up, does it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, can we fire
Oh,
it
yeah,
up?
yeah.
All right, let's fire it up. Well, it looks like a tight squeeze too, Bo.
Yeah. This will come off, but
Oh, but hey, why? You know, that's insane.
yeah.
And I respect that.
What?
Great job. So, 52
Yeah.
Plymouth,
Uh-huh.
stock wheelbase,
Yep.
but insanely sectioned, chopped, monster engine, unbelievable engineering.
Yeah.
This is cool, dude.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for bringing
Thank
it out.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You ought to go cruising
Thank
in
you.
this thing. What do you say?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Anytime.